squabbles and scraps, arguments and altercations. If you have more than one child, there's a very good chance that you have had to deal with sibling rivalry. And that is the topic of our parenting panel today. We welcome Megan Alatini, Melissa Jack, Bridget Jackson and Amy Thompson. Good morning, all of you. 2 weeks to go until baby is due. Yeah. Oh my God. And then you're going to have some sibling rivalry.
Oh,
exciting.
Saying to her, let it not happen today on air.
No, it could make really good telly though. So between you, there's 10 children, and as we say, one on the way. So how much have you guys noticed the sibling rivalry in your day-to-day lives?
I'm going to lie if I say that it didn't come into play into my family. It absolutely did. At different stages, though, I have a 20-year-old and a 12-year-old.
Wow.
Didn't really show up with them.
Yeah.
But then the 12 and 10-year-old, when that baby was born, Tiara decided that she didn't like that. And for about 3 months, I was babying her more than him because she wanted all the attention and he no.
And you've got the baby, it's about survival as well. So you've just got to do what works, do you not? Have you guys had it?
I've got a 8.5-year age gap, so sibling rivalry probably looks quite different in my house to those with close kids. So we were talking to our eldest boy last night and said, how did you feel when Nixon came along? Did life change? And he said, well, he's just annoying, you know, basically. He didn't feel like he had to split attention too much. It was just the personal dynamic.
He was mentally probably a little further ahead than a 2 or a 3-year-old.
And he appreciated that, you know, finally we had this baby we'd been wanting for a long time.
Yeah, indeed. What are the issues that cause the fights?
Okay, from a mother of 4, I'm mad, I know. The issues that cause the fights, I think it's one of the things I think is whether they're male or female children and how close they are. I mean, I had my first 3 in 3 years and then had a 3-year gap, so I had 4 in 6 years. Toys are a huge thing. And having 4, there's a number of different combinations. So my number 2 and my number 4 are very close. And they're different sexes, whereas my number 2 and number 3, who are both girls, fight like cats and dogs.
So it must come down to personality.
Absolutely. And all of mine have got completely different personalities.
That reminds me something. I was thinking about my relationship with my own brother, and I was talking to my mum last night, and what we sort of nutted it down to was, with us, it was less rivalry, but more a lack of respect for each other's differences. So we weren't competing because we're very different, but we just, at a younger age, didn't respect each other's differences enough to get along.
Amy, what are you anticipating over the next...
Sorry, Amy.
So many things.
Give me strength.
Over the next few months.
Oh, well, I'm from one of 5, so I've got 3 sisters and a brother. And we used to try and kill each other. Like, we used to fight all the time, but lovingly fight. Now we're the bestest of friends. We're really close, which is amazing. I don't know how that magically worked, but I am nervous about the tininess of a brand new little baby and a child. Like Harley, my daughter, has no idea what's about to hit her. And I've been frantically buying toys that I can hide and keep out and pull out when I'm trying to breastfeed.
That's a really good tip. Charlene Paul gave us that tip the other day. A little special box.
Yeah, so I've got a little collection of things that are going to be just for her. So Mummy's just going to be here for an hour breastfeeding.
But Amy's highly qualified because she actually used to work for me as my nanny.
Oh, I did. So you would think 4 children would have given me a bit of a bigger gap between. I don't know how the crazy set in,
but it did.
Yeah.
Do you think as parents that we are responsible for sorting out the little arguments, the bickerings that happen, or do you think the kids should do it?
Well, I think it's you want to assess and analyse things, but I also think that rivalry or conflict can be a good thing, because I want my children to learn how to have their own opinions, how to make sure that their point comes across in a decent, genuine manner. I'm not saying with respect. Don't fight and go crazy. But in the big bad world, you need those tools.
So your family is where you learn how to be you know, a functioning member of society. So I think learning to resolve those conflicts peacefully and with respect at home.
Strategies as parents.
What do you do?
In terms of strategies, from my perspective, what we do is, okay, if we're fighting over a toy, for example, I say, okay, well, you can have 10 minutes. And then the next one can have 10 minutes, and after 20 minutes, no one wants it anyway. So you know.
And in a situation like that, creating a visual reminder, you know, setting an egg timer or something so that there's no, well, that wasn't 10 minutes, Mum, you know, something so that the kids can self-manage.
Absolutely.
And it's like when there's maybe a piece of cake that needs to be split, one cuts it, the other chooses. You know, have little strategies like that, otherwise they're going to cut it bigger than they're
And then when all hell breaks loose, you just eat the cake yourself.
And then you drink wine.
And then that's what happens.
Prior to that, or even after that. So is that how we behave in the Jackson household? You know.
Is it ever physical with your kids, or is it more just words?
I've got a 13-year-old.
It is definitely physical in this household. Sorry, just saying.
I've got a witness here.
Really?
My 13-year-old's bigger than he's 65 kilos, and he's a big boy, and so yes, he can be very physical with his younger siblings. So you know, we've had a conversation about that, and yeah, it's very difficult for me now to march him down to his bed or even pick him up. And
Yeah, it's the same in my house.
But I must say he's very mature for his age, and he now realises that you know, they're not all equal in terms of sizing, and now I find he's very, very helpful with the younger children.
Nice.
You know, he's picking up the, you know, is this how, you know, Mum would like us or Dad would like us to behave in the house, you know? Wow. And it's very good at, you know, the 6-year-old's jumping on the kitchen table, kitchen bench, and he's like, no, Clark, we shouldn't be doing that, you know? So
right, I find with my kids, the older ones, they kind of take over, and you stand back and watch them kind of help you with the parenting side of things.
Yeah.
And it's not always the physical ones you have to watch out for, it's the sneaky ones that get a little nudge or a little pitch.
Important too is being on the same page as your other half in terms of disciplining when things do get a little bit out of hand, and so that there's not a good cop and a bad cop. Or is it a good thing to have a good cop and a bad
Well,
cop?
I don't know. That we've already discussed this now with Greg. who's gonna enforce the discipline? But I've said, well, let's just choose a way that we're going to do it, and let's just be consistent and back each other up, you know, because it's going to be quite challenging for us with the small gap.
You bet.
But
what is your gap?
It will be 15 months.
Oh, small gap. That's 2 lots of nappies too.
Oh yeah, it's going to be crazy. But I think choosing like how you're going to do it, and then just try and be consistent.
And if one of you gets it wrong, zip.
Yeah.
Talk about it later.
Yeah.
That's
Totally.
right. Yeah.
And not in the heat of the moment.
And not in front of the kids.
Yeah.
That is us for today. Good luck, Amy. I hope it goes really, really well. The 15-month gap is going to pay off in spades when they're older.
Oh, yeah.
Brilliant.
They'll be best buddies.
Be busy for the next wee while. Thank you, girls. Lovely to see you.
Thank you.
Yeah, you don't go anywhere. The mega talented, mega powers are back with one more song for us right after this.